Yo, 30 minus 8 is what? 22. You guys, this is episode 22. So we are doing this gorgeous design in episode 22. And at the end of episode 22, I'll introduce episode 23. So make sure you watch to the end so that you know what we'll be doing in episode 23. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification so that you'll be notified the moment I upload episode 23. Yeah, so I'm going to cut off the shape from my felt. Hey, how is this thing? Why do I always forget it? Stiff felt. The white thing I'm using is called a stiff felt, but I designed the shape on the paper and I cut it on the stiff felt. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is a shape of a leaf. I'm sure you can see that. So I'm using 0.25 beading thread and the size 98 beading needle and a stiff felt, which I've mentioned already, and size 2 seed bead. Don't worry, all the materials will be in the description box with a link attached to them, so you can just get them on Amazon. Now I'm picking 5 seed beads and I'm going to lay it on the line just like so, and where the last bead ends, that's where I put my needle. We've done a couple of these already, so if you are new here, don't worry, we've done this episode 22. We are doing 30 episodes. Now I'll bring my needle to the front just like so and pass it through 3 of the beads towards the end, just like so. It's not difficult at all. Let's try it again. So I'm going to pick 5. Lay it on the line just like so, and where the last bead ends, you put your needle through the stiff felt, not through the bead, through the stiff felt to the back. Nicely done. Then you bring your needle out through the middle of the 5 you picked. And then pass it through 3 of the seed beads, just like so. So we are going to do that till we get to the end of the straight line. Basically, that is not difficult at all. So like I was saying earlier, if you are new here, this episode 22, we are doing 30 episodes. This episode 22, and don't worry, at the end of the video, a playlist will be on the screen, so you can just click on it and it'll take you through all the episodes we've done. We've done amazing, nice designs already, and you can't afford to miss them. And episode 23, like I said earlier, will be introduced at the end of episode 22, this very video, so you know what we'll be doing in episode 23, or our next design we'll be doing. Little by little we are going. So I went ahead to finish the straight line off camera, and this is how it looks like. I'm going to cover the edges, let me put it that way, of the leaf. So the same format, the same procedure. You pick 5, you pass your needle through the stiff felt and bring it out through the middle of the 5 you picked. Just like so. When you continue your business, make sure it's at the edge of the stiff felt where you want to cover. Make sure it's very close, so you don't want any space or any white thing showing at the background. This design is very nice but very very simple. Just watch closely, it's not difficult at all, at all, at all, at all. Yeah, very very simple, so just watch closely. Yeah, so I went ahead to finish one side of camera, and this side looks like it's getting better already. I'm going to finish the other side too, just to show you how you have to start it. So just like we did earlier, you pick 5, lay it on the stiff felt, and then where the last bead ends, that's where you pass your needle through. It's as simple as that, very simple. Once you start, you realize it's not difficult at all. It's very very simple and easy. So this is the second part of the other half being finished, and I'm going to pass my needle through the middle line. I don't know why, but I feel comfortable starting in the middle. That's the second part of the design. So I'm just passing my needle through the middle line just to get to anywhere. You can start from anywhere, it all depends on you, but I think it was okay for me when I started from the middle. You know, the I don't know if I should say the stem or the stick or whatever, those lines in a leaf, they are not really straight, they're a bit slanted, so you want to make sure it's as slanted as possible, not straight. Then that won't be a leaf, that will be something else, I don't know. So I didn't really count the number I picked, I just picked a number that could cover the length I wanted, so that was it. But I didn't want it to be very flat too, like lay flat. I wanted it to raise a little. So once I get to the length I want, then I just add about 2 or 3 seed beads just to give it that puffy shape or style. Yeah, so you realize it's not lying down, but it's not very... What just happened? Well, I guess I was trying to say, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Yeah, so it's not very flat, but it's not that puffy too. It has raised a little. Thank you so much for subscribing if you've done so already, and if you haven't, please just take a few seconds to hit on that red button, the red button under the video to subscribe, and that would mean a lot to me. Thank you. Yeah, so basically that I'm just going to fill the space, and you want it to be as close as possible. So once you finish the first one, you move on to the second one. Just pick any number, and I don't know the size, I may not know the size of yours, so you pick any number that can give you that slant shape or slant style or design like you want. Initially I was passing my needle through the next seed bead, the next blue seed bead in the middle, but you can equally just sew in front of the line. Make sure it's very very close to the line you are sewing to. And yeah, how I count today the why how I came by my seed bead, you can see it's different colors here. I just mixed the leftovers of all my seed beads. They were small pieces, so I put all of them together, and I have this amazing mixture here. So you can go ahead and try it. If you have any leftover, or how do I put it, like small pieces of seed beads lying somewhere. You just put them together and try this design. It's amazing. And you realize as you get close to the tip, you have to reduce the number of seed beads you pick. It's basically that's no big deal, no rocket science thing about this thing. It's very, very simple. Yeah, I think I was trying to count to give you people the exact figure I was picking, but I don't even remember keeping the number in my head. Yeah, so I was trying to show you the space under. You can see it's not flat, there's a little space under, and it's turning out really, really well. And sometimes too, the seed bead may be too many, or the puff may be too high. Don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged to reduce it. You have to remove the needle, take the thread out, and remove some of the seed beads. So I'll finish half of it. I'm going to start the other half. So I'm going back to the middle of the line, of the straight line. I think this thing is called mid-rib back in high school or something. I don't remember. But the middle, let's say middle. We are not going to school here. So just like we did earlier, just pick the number that can give you that slant style. And we have the first one here, right there. Then bring the needle back to the front, very close to the one you just did, and pick your next match. It's very simple, as simple as that. And right in front of the previous one. So just watch closely, and yeah, it's very, very simple. Very, very, very simple. Yeah, so I tried to show how I finished the extreme end, and you realize the space becomes very small, so I just pick the number that can fill that space, lay it to fill the space, and then pass my needle through the still filled in front of the last bead. Now once we are done filling the space, I bring my needle all the way up and pass it through the line to the top. I was trying to make sure the puff was showing as much as possible. That puffy style, like there's a space, yeah. So I'm going to pass my needle through the middle. Yeah, please don't forget to subscribe, thank you. So I'm passing my needle through the middle to get to the part where we've not filled yet, just to fill that space left at the top there. So I went ahead to finish it up, and to finish and tie the thread, I'm going to tie the excess thread to my main thread, that's the source, if I should put it that way. So I'm tying the excess thread from my beading work to my main thread. Then you have two threads now, with the one coming from the main thread making three. So you want to tie as many knots as possible because we're just using a single thread. But this time around, after doing that, you have two threads that you can tie. I think I forgot to mention earlier, I single threaded my needle, so all this while we're using a single thread. Yeah, then cut the excess off, and our design here is ready. guys. I like the way it's multicolored. This one you can wear it with anything, like any color of dress you have wherever you are going. So let's just go ahead and sew it onto our slipper. This is a normal flip-flop, and if you want to know how we came about this very style, how we got the style of the flip-flop, not the beading work in the flip-flop or the slippers, yeah, that's episode 19. That's when we cut and wrapped our slippers. So if you want to know how we did this, then just visit episode 19 after this, and it's very, very simple and easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew this beautiful design onto the slipper. So let's sew. So I didn't want to disturb you whilst I'm sewing. I wanted you to watch closely. And guys, this is episode 21. I present to you episode 21. It's very, very nice, very simple, but very, very nice and very easy to do. You can try at home and give to someone as a gift, anything. Yeah, basically that. See that? Can you see the leaf? Yeah. I'm really short of words. Let's welcome the episode 23. Like I said, this is Charlie episode 23. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications so that you'll be notified the moment I upload episode 23. And yeah, take care and I'll see you in episode 23. Bye.